Another episode on shoulder plaids, this on the piper's plaid, this in response to a request to show how to tie, or how to tie the piper's plaid in the Seaforth manner. So we're going to start off, I'm just going to explain a little bit. Part 2, I'll actually show you how to tie the thing. The plaid, as we see here, was generally in use. It came into use shortly after the end of the Napoleonic Wars, so 1820s or thereabouts. And that was because a new class of officer was being attracted to the Highland Regiment. They're known into history as the Piccadilly Highlanders. They were rich men who weren't particularly worried about their careers, so they could afford to ignore orders from the War Department. And they're the ones that invented these large plaid brooches and the jeweled dirks and the huge sporrans and everything else. Everything now we consider traditional feather bonnets in the current manner. So this is an adaptation of an older style, which was emerging, well, not too much older, emerging about that time, of just a single width of cloth, roughly pleated and thrown over the shoulder, one end hanging down. It was versatile. You could use it as a shawl or anything else. Now the features with a Seaforth, in the Seaforth manner, is the sword belt is under the plaid. This one has been sewn together. The earlier ones weren't always, and you can see in photographs how casually they were done, and sometimes quite deliberately at an angle, and I can't figure out how to do it. It's quite an attractive look. We have the sword belt under the waist belt, which puts the broadsword out of the way in a comfortable position for playing. On the downside, if you actually have to use the thing, it's going to take you a little while to get the thing out. The broadsword is a wonderful look, but unfortunately it means that as you turn around, you're always wanging the sword into things, and you pretty much are unable to sit it down on anything except a tree stump. These wings are an adaptation of an earlier style, which was rather like a very heavy, elongated pom-pom, and it helped to guard the shoulder against sword cuts. Most pipers these days will only have the wing on the right side. They'll leave the left one off. By having the wing on the left side, though, it adds a little bit of fullness, if you will, to the plaid. Across the back, and we're just going to move Buddy here because, again, his sword's out in the way. We have quite thick across the back, and you'll see that when I tie the thing on. It's not a tremendously flattering look, although if your posture is particularly erect, it rather diminishes its hunchback effect. But there we go. So there's the end of part 1. In part 2, I'll show you how to tie it.